Hi everyone, my name's Claire and I'm from the Chalk Spot, and you may well know that because I've done this for a while, but if you don't know, let me tell you that I've been teaching hand lettering for many years now. I teach to ladies, to men, to children. We do lots of different styles of hand lettering, mostly a modern calligraphy style, but we're not using pots of ink and nibs. We are just using pencils and paper through something called fake calligraphy, so it's much more simple. It's not as messy. Well, it is if you're using paintbrushes and paint pens, but it can be less messy if we're just using pencil and paper. And it's something that we can use in lots of different places. So if you're a shop owner and you want to decorate your window display, you can use fake calligraphy up on a window. You won't be able to do it with pen and ink. You can use paint pen for it. Or if you're burning words into wood, or if you are just decorating a Christmas card or any card, we can use fake calligraphy in lots of different places. It's much simpler to use. So hopefully we're going to learn some together. I thought I would start with Merry Christmas, as that's quite jolly, isn't it? And it can definitely be used in lots of different places. So if you are thinking of maybe decorating some Christmas cards, like I said, or if you're going to create some gift tags, or if you are a business owner, maybe you've got a shop stall or a craft store at a fair and you want to pop a chalkboard up, or you want some pretty price point labels. Whatever it is, we can use fake calligraphy for lots of different things. So I'm filming this video quite early in the morning. I've got my coffee on the table, just up. But if you are coming home from work and you're looking for something that's quite relaxing for your evening, something to learn, something to practice, then I hope this is just right for you as well. You can be a beginner. You don't need to have any skill for this. I will explain all of the steps all the way through. But if you're also coming back to me, maybe you did this with me a while ago, maybe you've been one of my previous brides and you've done your wedding boards, now you're moving on to something else, that is absolutely fine. And I'm glad you're with me, and I'm looking forward to maybe hopefully doing a few videos like this. So let's get started. I think that's enough from me chatting now. Let's get started with our hand lettering, and let's get writing Merry Christmas. Right, so we are going to start with hand lettering our Merry Christmas using fake calligraphy. And I'm going to use, to show you this, a Sharpie pen. I find a marker pen floats or goes over paper quite smoothly, but also this is going to be great for the video so you can see what it is I'm writing. But any pencil, any ballpoint pen is going to be absolutely fine for you to use to create this Merry Christmas. So like I said, we're going to use fake calligraphy. So I'm going to start with joined up writing. You don't have to start with joined up writing. You can start with single letters and we can join those letters up together afterwards. But I'm going to start with joined up writing so it looks more like calligraphy. I'm going to start with a pencil. Usually I'd go straight with the marker, but because we're going to make this an instructional video, we're going to start with a pencil, and I'm going to show you how you don't have to be able to do all the swirls and the extra pretty swirly lines. We can add those in afterwards. I'm going to put Merry on the top of my page and Christmas on the bottom of my page. I'm going to do joined up lettering, and it's going to be quite far spaced apart. So I'm going to start with my M here. I'm going to come up for my E, and I'm not going to go straight for the E here. I'm just going to move it over slightly because I want some room to create this fake lettering that we're going to do afterwards. So I'm next going up for a curly R. You don't have to use the curly R's, you can do a normal R. But it'd be great if you could practice this curly R because it looks great for calligraphy. I've got workbooks and worksheets available to help you practice this art, or you can just jump online, see if you can find some pictures of it, see if you can copy. So here's my Merry on my top line. I'm going to pop Christmas down here. I want a nice big C. I'm going up for a loop on my H. You don't have to loop this H, you can come straight down. Another curly R, which actually fills this gap here quite nicely. Up for my I. I'm going to drop my S right down low. I'm doing this because this is quite obviously a decorative font that we want to achieve for our Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas is quite decorative, so I'm going to drop my S right down low. And I want a nice straight T, so I'm not joining up S to T because I want a nice long T here. Another M, an A, which I stopped at the end of the M and come off the paper for the A. I find that's the nicest way to achieve an A like this. And another little S at the end. There we are. But I might just add in an extra curl for my C here. I'm going to add in an extra curl for my M here. And add an extra curl for my Y on this line. And one for my S. And a nice curl for my T. So what I'm now going to do is take a rubber, and I'm very gently going to rub over this whole piece of work, because although I'm using it as a guide, I don't really want to see it underneath my pens and pencils. Not every line will be perfect, so we don't want it to be showing. So I'm going to rub out as much as I can just to leave a very, very, very faint line. I've done a darker line anyway, so you could see it on the video. I'm going to take that right out. Be as light as possible. There we are. There we are. So it's very faint, but I can just see it for my lettering. Right, so I'm going to go over this now with my Sharpie. Here is my M. Remembering to leave a gap for my E. Down for my R. Here we are. Of course, the great thing about using pencil first is you can move some of your lines. If you're not quite happy with where they're sitting, where your letters are, you can move them. There's my nice big C and H. R and I. And my big S, remembering to stop. Coming down for my nice tall T. Another M, I'm stopping. Creating my A. And my S. Please don't worry about any marks or dots like this, because what we're now going to do is our fake lettering. So the trick here is to draw a second line on any downstroke of our lettering. So for example, if I was to start here on an M, I go up with my pen and come down. I go up with my pen and come down. And it's on these downstrokes, I will show you here, I'm going to put a second line. I can pop this second line on the right hand side of my original line, or I could pop it on the left hand side of my original line, on the inside or the outside. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you choose is going to make your letters look slightly differently, so I would advise sticking with the same one each time. So I'm going to go round and add my second lines in. I'm choosing to go on the outside. I think I swap on my T though, you'll see when I get there. Went round for my E, a little bit on the R, and down on this R, and down. The great thing about this process is, like I just said here for this A, is that if I'm slightly unhappy with anything, I've got the opportunity now to fill in these gaps. Right, so after this has happened, and it looks a little bit funny, we're now going to fill the blank space up that's in between. It is as simple as that. There you are. That's merry done. Let's move on to Christmas. I'm going on the outside of this C to make it nice and bold. So we really want the C for Christmas to stand out. Please don't worry if you can't get it all in one stroke. I don't get it all in one stroke all the time. I'm going to just join that up at the bottom and fill. If you want your lines thicker than this, please feel free to make them thicker. Again, it's hand lettering, so it's not being done on a computer. You can have this however you want to have it. If you want them fatter or thinner, that's entirely up to you. Let's pop a dot on my eye. This is the one, the S. I'm going on the inside of my S, as I don't want it much fatter than what it already is. I'm just going to slim that letter down. And I'm going to use this space on my T. So I've changed what side I'm putting my second line for those. There we are. And my A, I can fix that little mark I made there, as you can see. Nice and easy. Fake calligraphy is fantastic. You can cover up a world of mistakes. And back down for my S as well. Okay, let's do my swoop on my T, and I think we are done. So there we have it. That was our hand lettered Merry Christmas. I hope you followed that along nice and simply. I didn't make it too complicated for you. This is the first instructional video I have filmed that has my face, and we take it through step by step. So if you need these videos to be different or it wasn't quite right, please do let me know. I am all ears and willing to take on any criticisms if there are any. Hopefully not. So yes, we have made our Merry Christmas with our hand lettering. I hope you can get this onto some crafty makes or your cards or your gift wrap. Actually, that's a clever idea, isn't it? You could write it all over your gift wrap, saving the planet with our with some brown paper packages tied up with string. So hopefully you can join me again, and we'll have some more letters and more makes to create. If you are struggling with any letters, particularly the R, we don't naturally write a curly R like that in our normal handwriting every day. So if you are struggling with some of those letters, please do look up the worksheets and the book that I've got, or find them online. You can follow images online and find some curly R's. Hopefully you'll master that in no time. Well, thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.